So the whole reason why I do this is because when I set a date, and dates have been, well, people have just been heartbroken apparently over the years because they don't like when, I understand why, a lot of people don't like when anybody sets dates, but they don't like when you set rapture dates, because especially when they know that the rapture isn't a physical thing, when they already know that it's a spiritual thing, it kind of gets on your nerves, and I get it. So like I said, when I set a rapture date, it was almost 8 years ago, when I didn't truly understand that it was a spiritual rapture back in 2011. It was the beginning of all those mustard seeds being planted and sprouting up. And so that's why I set specific dates for specific scripts. And the proof that I understand what the script is that, well, just look in the world and then see what is actually taking place, which is the next major thing coming up now is North Korea is defiant, and they're shooting off missiles. So when you have AMTV announcing, and then when you see on the news, it's like I can't really take my clips and my screenshots of, not yet anyway, of saying, for instance, April 7th will be the declaration of World War III, and then and it'll be over North Korea and America will escalate, and they'll start to fight over the missile launch to kickstart World War III. I can't really use that for any regular person. And the first thing I think of is, all right, I can't wait until I can finally convince my older brother, who's so damn stubborn with everything. But that one's not going to do it, because I can already hear the response, like, yeah, it's always been like that, Robin. No, I mean, you just don't get it. You're just wasting too much time on YouTube. You should just stop and get off. If I were you, that's what I would do. It's like, well, you're not me, and that's why you're not doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it for everybody else in the world, because I already know what the script is. So why not put a date on it? How does it hurt? Does it hurt when it's like, what does it hurt because the script is being played out and it's just like 8, 9, or 10 days off? Whatever. Whatever. Because if it's 9 or 10 days off, if it's 10 days off tops, because that's kind of that's where my pattern is. It's starting to get closer and closer to the actual script landing on the exact date. So you see North Korea is, I said it in a video before, I don't know where it's at, but I don't even know where I said. I just remember saying that don't worry, North Korea, they'll get involved, just let's be patient, because Russia was dominating by landing in Venezuela, the border wall, the south and the north and everything, and China and Russia were pretty heavily in the mainstream news. So I said, just give it, don't worry, North Korea will rise up near the end. Oh yeah, and Iran was taking over every single country that all these kings it was put in their hearts to agree. And this is really bad traffic around here. maybe I should have left earlier, but I'm losing interest in my job. I mean, I just am. Here's where I'm at with this. I truly respect my boss, right, Dave Perlman, and I appreciate the job that he gave me because it's easy. It really is. It's like punch out work at putting different things that that the subs didn't finish or whatever. It's very easy, and I can't complain about it. Except for it's like I'm not really racing against time when I'm doing it like this. I'm so used to racing against time my entire carpentry career. My entire career. I've just hurried up and moved faster. Mainly also because I have always been subbed out. And so when you work hourly, it's a little different. It's a different pace that I'm still trying to adapt to, because you got to put in like hours, and I just don't work 40 hours a week. I don't feel like working. I don't have to work. Now you said something before, like you're gonna put 40 hours in that? Yeah. So where I'm at with my job right now is, it's like, that's why, what I'm trying to say is this. That's why I took screenshots of the things that I said was going to happen before it happens. So I'm kind of debating, when do I finally just say, all right, look, I'm done. Ww3 is going to start, and it's not real, but it's going to collapse the economy. Everything's going down, and I really don't feel like working. I already don't feel like working anymore because of the situation we're in. If this was before, like 7 years ago or whatever, it's like whatever. Yeah, I'm ready to move on in the future. I got to pay bills, and let me do things smart. But now I'm truly ready to fully rest before this all happens, because while I still have YouTube and Facebook, I haven't even went on there. I don't even know if I don't have any notifications on my phone. I don't want to be distracted by that. But there's some things that I can put on there, just screenshots of what I said would happen beforehand, and then the when it actually happened, and just see how different is the date, because that's all it is. It's not about if, it's the script that happens. The script is going to happen, just like the next bloodbath is going to be. It's going to be a blood sacrifice supposedly, but it's really just an action. So that major killing of so many people is going to happen, and I'm putting a date on. I'm saying April 27th or into the 28th, wherever, depending on what part of the world we're in. So that's why I give it a grace period of 24 hours. So the script will happen. It's just a matter of when is it happening, and the dates are getting closer. So again, the reason why I do this is because when those dates get nailed down, or even getting close, and the script happens and it's close to the date, then for everybody on the other end that hasn't fully understood yet, or has been tired of me setting dates, well, guess what? It's panning off now, because it's panning out, whatever. Because as that script happens beforehand, and I'm telling you that I can see it just with whatever, however you can see it, you can see it. It's like obvious, it's like a TV screen is right in front of my face constantly as I'm just walking around, thinking, working, driving. It's just there, and things just keep, even though I don't see a damn thing. And that's exactly what Christopher Green is pretending. He's pretending to be me. He's pretending to have this like these thoughts that just come randomly and they click in place, and it's just, you know, yes, he's a good actor, even though he's a horrible actor. He's good to the point where he's so pathetic that it's annoying, which means he's doing a very good job at acting. Because if you can get somebody irritated as an actor, you're a damn good actor. However, he's a horrible actor, because if his role was to act as an actor, to be known as an actor, he would never make it. But to pretend to be a real person and act on YouTube, yeah, it's better. He's definitely fits that, just like Richie from Boston. Same thing. If Richie tried to be an actor in Hollywood, he'd be horrible. But as a YouTube actor, perfect. He is perfect. You guys picked Richie. Perfect, okay? Perfect amount of fear porn, perfect amount of it's like you can relate to people, because it's when I started first listening to you, I was relating to, like, wow, he's saying the stuff that I feel. But then I realized that you're just a fraud. But that's okay. It's fine. You just have to repent every time that you do your videos. That's God understands why. You might not know how much you're being used. I do. So, but just, you have to repent afterwards. That's why Satan has a lot of work to do in the end, because all of his people have to do all this work, and then we just have to like sit back and just pick it apart and just show, do the easy part. Because Christ even said, "Take no script." You know what I mean? When he's talking to his disciples, he said, "What?" I'm paraphrasing, but take no, I don't know, whatever, extra coat or cloak, and take no script, no purse, nothing. Just go, unscripted. So it's the main reason for these dates, and I've taken abuse over the time for setting dates and being called a false prophet and everything, but I'm hot or cold, somewhere in between. And so when you see that these things are lining up, the closer we get, look, the main trump card obviously is the rapture. When that rapture happens on May 18th, oh man, and then that's the trump card before all the media collapses, just goes down. And then the biggest end gaming trump card is the sun, click, turning off. So as you see all these things happening with the script in the world, just know that the end result is exactly what I foreseen ahead of time, which is, and it's not really a surprise, people can already see the power shift, lefties seeing the power shift. Andrea knows. I'm glad, look, it's just a weird thing. We don't know who we are. I have my suspicion with people being agents and wondering why you're doing this for free. And then I wonder, well, wait a minute. When you have a passion for finding out the truth, aren't you going to do it for free? And if you, but that's looking for truth. But if you're being deceptive, well, how can you do that for free? That's the thing that I've always thought. If you're being deceptive, there's no way that you're going to do it for free. So that's where I struggled with, and calling people agents and trolls. And yeah, we've all trolled each other, but it doesn't mean that we're YouTube agents. So, and there are YouTube agents out there, obviously, and they're planted shills, and there's different types of them. And the main ones are the ones that, like AMTV is the absolute, just epitome of a planted YouTube CIA snitch. No, he's not a snitch, but he's just I don't even know if he's CIA, but he's definitely a YouTube planted agent. And he is a horrible actor when it comes to trying to fool people like us. No, it's not working. You're phony. You're pretending you lost your voice. Like, let's think about this for a second. Why would anybody pretend to lose their voice? If anything, don't you think I would lose my voice? I mean, I only talk every day, and it's just nonstop for somewhere around a half hour. And what is he? It's like, hey guys, I'm doing so much work for you guys. Oh man, I'm not explaining to you why I lost my voice. I just can't really talk right now. I'm doing so much reporting, guys. It's just off the chains. So, just know that when these things keep taking place, that the end result is, it is a power shift. It is now. It's not 3.5 years from now, because the Antichrist just rose up on April 15th with the fire of the burning of the Temple Mount of the Sermon on the Mount, and oh my God, guys, they seen Jesus Christ in the fire, and there's a hero that saved. You know, it's like, yeah, the elite really believed in Christ. I mean, back then, they might now. I think they have a little more suspicion about being true these days, because they have the Bible to show them what happened before, and then they can be like, yeah, right. And then when things play out now, it changes their mind. Like, oh shit, this is, I think it is real. What's guy gonna do, Robin? I'm just curious to know. What'd you say he's gonna do if we don't what? Just make sure you get rid of all this crap in the sky, and open up our original sky and let New Jerusalem come down. Because if you don't, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. All right, that's all. That's all I can really say. It's no big threat from me. I mean, I don't know what God's gonna do if you don't do that. So let's just make sure that you do that, and then share. Open up our original sky, get rid of this crap in the sky, and share. And if you do that, elite, we will be perfectly fine. That's my peace offer. The dates are lining up. You know, they are getting ratcheting down tightly, and I'm just glad I'm on this side. You know, I'm glad I took all the abuse of setting dates and all the stuff about the spiritual end of it, and just going forward constantly, non-stop, and just finding out that, well, it's all a bunch of crap. All these threats, it's just what they are. They're threats. If you're afraid of threats, then I guess you won't be on YouTube doing anything or saying anything. I know my channel's getting shut down. It's supposed to get shut down. I can't wait for it to get shut down. But I'm glad it didn't yet, because I still am able to gather my evidence and present it and say, here, look, here it goes. So, yeah, North Korea is doing exactly what I figured they would do, which is, and in the month, okay, the month, no man knows the day or the hour, okay, but I'll be damned if I don't know the year and the month and the event that's taking place. It'll get to the point where the day and the hour, well, it's looking more like the day and the hour is May 24th, 25th. Whether that is the end of the 40 days and the beginning of opening up the ark, and then staying for 7 days, and then seeing the olive leaf plucked off June 1st, or the olive leaf being plucked off June 24th, 5th, after the 40 days, which is the rapture, the fake rapture, and then opening up the window for 7 days. Either way, it is so damn close. It's within 7 days, and it's happening. So thank God for that. So that peace offer, that olive leaf plucked off, I'll just say it's happening somewhere between May 24th and May 31st. Somewhere in between those days. And the earth could possibly be cleansed on June 8th. 6, 8. Possibly. That could be the timeline there. But I'm glad it's within 7 days. the understanding of it. So, if I did it for myself, if I did this for my own gain, what's the point of that? What would be the point? I'm doing it for you guys. And I know I can sound prideful sometimes, but I'm not. I'm the most humblest guy here. Like when Harold Camping does this. I'm the most humblest person. Oh, we have such, I don't know what this is. Like, we have such a wonderful pastor. Oh, we're the most faithful church here. Harold Camping was, man, he was funny. He was funny in his own way. And all he did was told the truth. And he did the same thing I did. He came up with dates. And things happen on specific dates that people didn't see. Spiritually, it happened. But now I'm my job is to show you what's going to happen literally on specific dates, the script, and then what it means spiritually at the same time. It's fun. Thank God that he's given me something to do in these last days of time when time won't matter anymore because there's no more time limits. There's no more forcing people to do things. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about the next event. I can't wait for Washington, D.C. to get blown up by Russia. I think I'm sticking with Russia's little yellow submarine. Missile's going to come from there. It's going to shoot us. North Korea is still going to be responsible for knocking out our EMP. And at the same time, they're probably most likely going to blame North Korea for shooting the EMP. Russia bombing, Washington, D.C., or Florida. One or the other. Florida is definitely a target. Because I seen that vision 2 years ago in that letter that the bottom, Florida, California. So I can't wait for the next one, which is going to be martial law being declared and World War III.